welcome to our Finn crew. The waters are very warm and lovely here. With a look at Ratched, which stars the amazing, lovely, wonderful man that we have never, ever, ever mentioned on this show, ever, Finn Wittrock. Edmund Tolson, played by the somewhat good-looking, he's okay, somewhat talented, Finn Wittrock. So, Chrissy, what are your overall thoughts on Edmund? And if you don't like him, we may never see you on this show again. I mean, the performance. You don't have to like Edmund because he does horrible things.
He was not boring. He was somebody I really liked, actually, in a terrible way. In a terrible way. Let me just say that. Plus, it's Finn, but I'm just like, it's hard not to enjoy his performance because he does a really good job. So.
Good, you can stay, and you can stay part of our Finn group.
Good. You get a sticker. Sticker for me.
You get a sticker. You didn't do a whole episode.
Yeah, I just like him so much. I did an entire episode. Obviously, I'll watch anything with Finn in it, even if he's in it for like a total of 10 minutes. But
Gee, what are you talking about there?
The thing he does with like kind of curling his upper lip when he's speaking, or he's really in kind of like a dark moment, talking murdery things or whatever. It's just, it's so unsettling and off-putting, but he's still ever so handsome. He does such a great job. He looks amazing because he's, shirtless several times, and then the little handy through the jail cell. Like, first of all, we're secure. That scene was more erotic and thrilling than a certain Hulu original erotic thriller. There's that element of like, oh my God, we could get caught, voyeurism, naughtiness. Like, that was a nice scene.
Yes, had that erection for quite a while.
Quite a while.
Can't do push-ups because it makes it throb.
Oh
my God.
The difficulties of manhood.
He can't relieve himself for religious reasons.
That was the best. Oh my God, that line was amazing. It was awful.
Reasons with the big like Disney princess eyes, and you're like, oh God. I would like to extend a deep thank you to costuming for putting him in pants that really emphasize the bountiful rumpus to the viewers. Much respect, much love, and thank you so much, Finn, for giving us this. Very kind of you. You didn't have to show us any booty, but you did, and thanks.
We appreciate it.
I was looking respectfully. Sometimes disrespectfully.
Right.
Just gonna admit it a little bit.
I'm respectfully admiring that butt.
He was real cheeky about it.
I can't wait to tag him in this clip.
It's gonna be great. One of the many things that I love about Finn is like how well he adds such complexity to like some of these really malicious characters. His dance moves.
I know.
And when that happened, I was like, and he's like, he's got his arms out, like doing the whole like practice thing, and I was like, oh,
I had that in my notes.
I was like, damn it, he's kind of sweet.
He says that. Holy Toledo, darling.
It's like, oh my gosh, it is great. Like, I don't know why, but in my head, I thought he followed it up. Holy Toledo, Jesus Christ on a cracker, and totally put that down. Like, I don't know why that was a line in my head.
I really think Finn Wittrock is very underrated, I want to say. And I mean, I know he's well known and everything, but as far as like among the actors here, I think, and yes, we talk about how good looking he is because he is a gorgeous man and he's really gorgeous to watch in here. We've already talked about that. But he's also a really good actor. And I think sometimes the fact that he is good looking overshadows what a good actor he is. I think people just concentrate on that and just think of him as another pretty face. But he is so damn good. The way he holds his body as Edmund can be so creepy. Just the way he does his shoulders, like in the beginning. I mean, you've seen the GIFs,
little haunching.
Everybody. Yes, and when he kind of just like moves, and when he does that little like, boo, like kind of like he jumps at the guy, it's freaky. He sees the white horse. That scene is probably my favorite scene with Edmund because there's such vulnerability there, and Finn does that so well. He plays vulnerability really, really well, especially in characters that are so icky. And he didn't, have an actor to act off of. I mean, he has a horse, but the horse isn't necessarily going to give him like the emotions he wants off of him. So he does that really well. And he's another one that does the eye acting. So I think he's incredible in this. Everything to this character. Love when he's like, when the egg, the chicken's saying, you don't let anyone take your egg.
Oh,
This is your egg. The line, it might not have worked as well, but it was so funny. Don't let anyone take this egg from you. Look at this egg. It's so amazing.
that chicken was like, this is the treasure child.
Chicken was like,
have been
ew.
blessed by the Finn Whitrock.
Blessed by- So even for me, who's into that kind of stuff, that should not be as sexy as it is. But damn if that isn't sexy
Oh my
as
God.
That was
hell.
pretty sexy.
Damn if you don't watch that and go, oh, so you
Sir,
want to do
I am a
that.
woman of
Okay.
God. I would like to ask for my bodacious badonk on part of Finn. Thank you, costuming. I would be very grateful. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
We
that one.
respect
For this
you
perfect
for your
speech.
talent.
We're
You're back.
looking respectfully. Just want to put that out there. Respectfully, sir. Respectfully.
I respect that ass.
God bless him.
That's America's ass right there.
For real. When Green Lantern comes out, we'll just all like come to a consensus and just be like, yep, this is the real America's ass now.
Settle down now.
You could perform your own play just for us, Finn. Your own one-man play for the Finn crew.
That'd be great.
Leave
If you
religion
play
at
your
the door.
choice- Yeah, you can.
Yes, he got a part in one of those shows, and then he got accepted again to Juilliard. So just anyone who, all the people that tease me about how much I love Finn Whitrock and joke about, his name and all that stuff. He's an amazing actor, and yes, we are
he got
talking about
accepted
his
to
body.
Juilliard
But
twice.
yes,
Your faith
Two
could
times.
never. Spin-off series of just like
Ooh.
Edmund, Jazz Baby, and Charlotte's like road tripping
Yes.
adventures across the U.S.
yeah, give us that.
Yeah,
Give us that.
yes.
Can we have that before the second?
That
season,
trio
please?
is not a trio I expected to want together, and I love
Right?
them together.
Yes.
Yes.
We need some flashbacks. Let's
Yeah.
have that
Of
all
them,
told in
like-
flashbacks.
Oh, what's coming up? A diner. Oh, what do we want to get? I don't know. Do you want to get chicken nuggets? I don't know. Let's keep driving. See, I don't know. See the Timmers trio just like haphazardly making their way across the country. They end up at the bed and breakfast in Maine. They stay there for a little bit, just hanging out. Like, how are you guys doing? Oh, nice, great. And then just leave again. Let's go to Disney World. Yay!
Oh my god! And then they have the Mickey ears.
Mickey ears. Edmund's like, I want a balloon. Can I get a balloon?
Oh, we have like all the balloon
You
animals.
get to him and they're like, what do you want? He goes, a horse. The guy's like, oh Jesus, okay.
And a pig. No chickens.
Okay. No chickens, please.
Traumatic memories there. This trio, I want them to be having fun, creating mischief. Having fun. He murdered all these nurses.
He's just like, wait, guys, I see a nursing school up ahead.
Just a second.
Good job.
I'll be right
Scurries
back.
out of the car and then comes back in and Jasmine's like, Jesus, change your clothes. You're gonna get us caught. And just like throws stuff at him.
I guess one of my favorite scenes is when he was like chopping off his limbs, and it was I don't know. That was one of like it was very weird. It was very weird and right up my alley. Like scenes that sticks out to me is them in the oyster bar, and I'm like, that's kind of hot. Like I'm not attracted to this lady whatsoever, but this is kind of hot. And nor would I ever eat that. Let me be very clear.
Oysters are gross. They're disgusting. I
Right?
want to say that
No.
they're so nasty.
She had
Right?
me
Oh,
up until she said, it's like making love to the ocean. I was like,
Right.
excuse me.
right?
yes. We love you, Huck. You deserve better.
Justice for Huck. Hashtag.
Yeah.
For like on-screen acting. Like that's kind of how he got found for. Why am I doing this for screen acting? Stage
Screen is over there.
Screen. You're pointing to the screen behind you.
Yeah, the TV is right there.
Yeah,
that's
you're
right.
like, this is why.
So weird.
So next time on the Finn Crew, when we get together next time on the Finn Crew, like for a show, we should do that. It's gonna be our new show. Has anyone else watched American Crime Story: The Assassination of Gianni Versace? My Finn Crew has not flippin' watched this.
No.
I cannot believe my Finn Crew has not watched this.
We're not getting
Listen.
stickers.
We're not getting stickers. No goat stars for us.
Please go watch it.
List, Aaron.
Go watch it. And then you can be part of the Finn Crew again. Right now you are disowned from the Finn Crew.
Oh,
I guess my Finn Crew, I mean, they haven't watched American Crime Story, so anyway.
I watched damn near.
Because Finn's in it. And unlike the rest of my Finn Crew, I actually will watch everything Finn does. Especially when he's an important character and he's really good in it. Yeah, but I'm definitely going to watch Green Lantern because unlike my panelists, I'm going to say it again.
what is this? A knife? No.
This is the time I lose my podcast brain time. It's okay. She hasn't watched American Crime Story. So anyway,
I haven't.
so I'm lovely, amazing Matt Bomer. I love
God.
Matt Bomer as
like
much as I love Finn.
He's like the most beautiful man on the planet. He
Yes,
is
and yet you haven't watched White Collar.
Ridiculously good looking. Oh, calm down. And I will not have watched American Crime Story by the time we do Normal Art.
So
You're
yeah,
welcome.
so until next time, go watch American Crime Story.
Don't go away, but they're not in our mind front. They're not right there where we're seeing them every day. And then general public just goes about their life until it affects them. And it's like at some point we become comfortable with so many deaths per day, per year. You know, I did a quick Google search, and in 2019, about 690,000 people out of 38 million diagnosed with AIDS, 38 million people diagnosed with AIDS. Out of that, 690,000
A lot of
died.
times Ned did just kind of bulldoze over. And he's like, "You're not brave. You're a coward. You're weak." And it's like, I just had to. Me and his mom had to put my lover into a car, take him to be cremated. I've lost 3 of them. I'm starting to wonder if I'm the problem here. It's like, it's not that I'm weak, but something that he says in one speech is kind of like, some people have a little bit more of a privilege to come out than other people. He tells Ned, like, you have money, your brother's invested for you, you're successful in your career, you can do and say what you want. The rest of us need our jobs. Like, why are numbers too small to matter when it's human lives and you don't know how far reaching this thing could be? So that was all very frustrating to see that, not only in this movie, but to know that that's what happened in the real world, that they weren't doing anything. And then I think it was maybe 85 or 86 before AZT came around, but then like, who the heck could afford it? A lot of people were getting dropped from their insurance, so they wouldn't have to pay for it. And then them playing around with the prices on the medicine to milk these people for every dollar they had. So yeah, it was all of that to say it was handled pretty freaking
Patients
terrible.
were kept away from other patients and treated like garbage, and people wouldn't bring their food in and wouldn't fix their televisions and all this horrible stuff. And watching her refuse to ever put on protective gear and and go in there and hold the hands of these men while they're dying. I mean, it was just, and there were people that did that, and that was just beautiful to watch people not give into that fear and to embrace love and caring and what a doctor is supposed to really be. The way that's shot later afterwards, when you're just seeing him in the mirror and it's like little it's kind of fragmented, is really beautiful, and I think in a way captures a lot of pain that a lot of men were going through when they had AIDS, and that fear of losing their livelihood. and their, not only just their life, but their livelihood and their lovers and their friends and their family. You know, because a lot of men who were dying, their family wouldn't even have anything to do with them. Their family didn't want to be there. Their family didn't even want to deal with giving them a proper burial. And a lot of times they weren't allowed a proper burial. He gets away with so much because I think, number one, he works with some of the best actors around. Like I said, I think he does work with some good writers as well. He works with great set designers, costume designers, production designers, editors. He, you know, like we've said, the opening credit sequences to everything he does. Well, 911 doesn't really count because all you see is 911. So I'm not counting that.
Are you kidding? Those flashing lights are beautiful.
Season. I just know it. She's going to die.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's so frustrating with him because he's trying to give people more representation. He's trying to be like, let's have more, you know, like I love that he works with Angelica Ross so much. I love that he works with an actual trans actor, and the fact that she was one of the final girls in 1984 was amazing to have not only a Black woman, but you know, a dark-skinned Black woman and a trans woman on top of that was incredible. But then he had to throw in the fact that, no, actually the white woman is the real final girl. And that's why I maintain to this day, she was not the real final girl. All the way back to like Nip Tuck, I think he thinks what he's doing is he's pushing these envelopes. He's going places other people won't go. And he's doing it in this way that's amazing and will make people take notice and sit up. And the problem is he also tends to do stuff that is really like icky and gross to him sometimes.
Because the whole show, since the moment we meet Ernie, it's building up to like, oh, he's gonna die. Because even when he gets together with Helen, he tells her like, listen, I got cancer. I got one foot in the grave. If I die within the next time, he's like, I need you to know, like the next 6 months or so, I might die, and like I just want you to know before we go any further with the relationship. And she's like, it's fine. Whatever time I have with you, I'll take it. Okay, we'll make our own happiness while we have it. And you're like, oh, okay. So even like when it's the funeral at the end, you think, oh, so he died, but at least he was able to like live his dream and find love and have that's all right. Nice send off, because the whole time it's just being led up that it's leading up to his death, basically, like his character arc, and then it just doesn't do that.
Lack of a better word for us. I really appreciate that. So if you want to pick up some of that, or if you're a fan of our unofficial mascot, although I did reveal Finn is our second mascot. He's like vice mascot. I don't know if that's such a thing, but he's our unofficial vice mascot. Because I don't like Maddie at all. But
fun fact, that actually is Jennifer Love Hewitt's husband. They're actually married in real life. So I can't imagine the psychological shit that you would have to like the stuff you'd have to go through as a married couple to be able to put yourselves in that space.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Wow.
But yeah, they're actually married, and it's just, and I guess it says a lot about her trust. I guess, because that's a really, really dark place.
And his too, because he has to, because that's got to be weird to be like, I am pretending to beat my wife, and I'm trying to kill my wife. That's really wow. Okay, now I have a lot different feeling on that. And it's funny. I want to make a confession. When I was first watching this show for this, when I first started binging it, I was like, oh, really? They wait a couple episodes in to show us Bobby's family. And I didn't realize at the time that his family was dead. And I felt like the worst person in the world when I found out his family had died in such a horrible and tragic way. The hijinks. Like, I would be fine with a spinoff, just Michael and Bobby's hijinks. I don't know. I think it'd be funny. They start a detective agency. I don't know. little just a webisodes. They could do like, hey, Ryan, you could do like little webisode episodes of, just Michael and Bobby having adventures and spying on neighbors. Yeah, I agree.
Kwanzaa begins, and I could help write it.
I will talk to Ryan.
Please do. Maybe I can have him talk to Christian, and then they can come up with something together.
I adore Buck. I don't care. I love how much he has grown.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
That's hilarious. Then Eric just set up a play date for Christian and Ryan.
Who's bringing the snacks?
The marshmallows. I'm not sure what Ryan likes to eat. Something bloody, probably. Blood oranges.
Probably.
It just made me. It gets me all emo. See, I'm here for all the pain. Like the.
Then he would like the other Ryan Murphy shows. He takes all your favorite characters and he tortures them in ways you wouldn't believe. So
No, I like emotional pain, not physical.
it is emotional pain.
Ow!
I think he is someone that's really interesting to examine because even though he pisses me off, the episodes we do covering his stuff are my favorite episodes we ever do, honestly, because of the fact that it is a way to really critique art and really look at how it could be better and where there is so much potential and where that gets sidelined and stuff. So I do enjoy.
If you don't want to be accused of queer baiting, then don't freaking do it. And to say, well, we already have a queer pairing on the show with Hen and Karen. First of all, you're saying that there can only be one queer relationship in a show at all, and that's all you get. Because you don't want to go there, because you think that you've done more than enough, and that's BS.
If you don't want people to ship characters, do not play romantic tropes all the time. It's usually in strife, hence cheating. They're worried about losing their son. It felt weirdly tokeny when they did Lone Star, and they're like, look at all this representation over here. Ignore the fact that there's not a lot of representation for LGBTQIA people in the original show.
But after a certain show came into my life and showed me that you can have a queer relationship and queer characters done well if you're not a coward. When the show does occasionally focus on the established queer relationships, it's always some form of strife.
I think Ryan Murphy is so guilty of this stuff in his shows. And even though he's not the one that spoke in that interview, I'm calling him out because he does this in his shows all the time. And with this one, I think he feels, well, we can get away with this, and his team, we can get away with this because of the fact that we have other queer representation. But as we said, that's not enough. Just saying, a lot of the stuff he produces, he has so much power and control in Hollywood. He doesn't have to do this. It's not like when he started.
It's taught me, I'm not taking any more of your scraps, people. I'm not going to take the tidbits that you try to feed me to keep me docile. I want the whole cake. Stop giving me crumbs.
And jammies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, careful.
Oh, got it.
Whoa.
Got it. It's good. It's good. No worries. I'm fine.
So to start, I almost said Ted's Diner. I don't know what the hell that is. Ted's Diner.
That's the diner that Ted Lasso starts up after he retires from coaching. He just sells the biscuits.
A murderer. And I think what happened with I almost said Norma. That was weird. We're not talking about Norman and Norma here.
Oh, Lordy. Okay, so first off, Ryan Murphy.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Whoa.
Siri has an opinion. Excuse me, Siri, S comes after M.
Pomegranates.
Sorry, Siri just keeps butting in here.
Siri loves 911 too. Okay.
What did we say? It's not your turn.
We have to be careful because Siri's going to be like calling 911.
Oh man, that would be
Most
horrible.
realistic live stream firefighters come through your door.